today on Cityline. It's our Girls' Night In show, and it's always full of surprises. Teri, Lisa, and Tracy P join me to talk love languages. What's your love language?
I get a lot of judgment for mine, but mine is gifts.
Yes. And it's legit. Sometimes it can be the simplest things.
When a guy tells me he just read a book and let's discuss, let me just take off my shirt.
Then, love and the movies.
I actually fell in love with my husband watching that movie.
Oh, you did?
And there was nobody else in that movie.
And later, gifts that represent your specific language of love.
And all I have to do is tap this bracelet and you're gonna get the notification that I'm thinking of you, that I love you. And you know what, T, if it was me and you, listen, I'm tapping this thing the whole time.
It's Cityline with Tracy Moore.
To have you join us today. No, I did not forget to get dressed today. Okay, it might say Valentine's Day on the calendar, but here at Cityline, it is Girls' Night In! We have an incredible show planned for you today. This is tradition here. We cannot wait to do this show every year, and of course, it can't be Girls' Night In without my girls. So please welcome Lisa Chang, Tracy Peart, and Teri Hart! That was good. So, it's all about the love languages today. I could actually talk about love languages forever. I think it's a fun topic, and we're going to talk about them in film, in your makeup bag, in your relationships. So let's get into how we express them and what our love languages actually are. Lise, what is your love language? I should have had the list of what they all are. Does everyone remember what they all are?
Yeah.
So acts of service, there's physical touch, words of affirmation,
quality time,
gifts, quality time.
Yes. And feeling seen.
And feeling seen is the new one. Feeling known and seen is the new one. You're like, whatever. Tracy's like,
I'm gonna guess what Tracy's is right now.
I think I know what it is, and I think I used to judge her about this.
Yes,
Do I know?
you did.
Okay, got it. We'll
Yes,
get to
you
that
did.
in a second. What's your love language?
Okay, so I just want to say we all judged Tracy before the show started because of her love language, so I'm with you.
Yeah.
For me, it is acts of service. Girlfriend, do all the things for me, okay?
Yeah.
Cook for me.
Yeah.
You want to clean for me. Anything you want to do for me, I am there.
Yes. Yes. A lot of them agree. And the biggest way, like, do you do that for others? Like, if it's your thing, do you end up doing that for your people?
Yes.
So you're big on acts of service?
Yes.
Okay, and you're a good gifter as well. You give good gifts.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You're a gifter. So, T, that leads us to you.
What's
your love
I get a lot of
language?
judgment for mine, but mine is gifts.
Yes. And it's legit. And it's legit. It is
People
legit.
associate that with like, ooh, she's greedy.
Yeah.
Oh, she like, it could be the simplest gift. Like, I like Snickers bars.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
right? So if you bring me home a Snickers bar, it just means when you were out and about, you were thinking of me, and you're like, that's her favorite thing. I'm gonna bring that home for her.
Yeah.
That's all it is for me. I just like, it's that you were thinking about me when you were out and you brought something home for me. But I do like expensive stuff too.
You know what? I feel like the applause drowned out that last part. What was the last
I
part?
do like expensive gifts as well, but I will say,
Just want to make sure we heard it.
I don't like giving gifts. I don't like giving gifts.
Oh. Hey, what's wrong
It's
with
not my
you?
thing. I don't like giving gifts. I don't want to give a gift, but I like receiving them.
Well, what do you like to do then? What is the love language you like to do for people?
Physical touch.
Physical touch. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're not good at touching people.
Someone that I'm in love with, yes.
So she doesn't love me. I get it.
I'm not in love with you.
I get it. Okay, got it. So that's how you would give, and that's what you want to receive. Tara, what's yours?
Mine is, it's a little bit of a spin on words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Because it's just words. Like, my first date with my husband, he brought me a book. Oh. And I was like, I cannot. We do the Globe and Mail crossword and the New York Times crossword together every weekend.
Yeah.
And like he does the top left and the bottom right quadrant.
Yes.
And I do the, and that is all I need.
Yeah.
And you know, him texting me a link to an article that he thinks I will like, I can't.
Romance. Yeah.
I just cannot.
Yes.
That is like, yes, honey,
Yes.
what would you like for dinner?
Yes, yes. You know what? You and I are in nerd relationships.
Yes.
And we love it.
Okay, so what's yours though? Because I tried
am
to
a
guess.
straight up nerd. Like, I understand when you say words. When a guy tells me he just read a book and let's discuss, let me just take off my shirt.
We'll discuss after
take
this.
it off.
We'll discuss after this.
Yes.
Yes.
I want the links to the articles.
Yep.
I love the fact that Leo is a really strong writer. Like, I love all of that. So I would say mine is actually words of affirmation plus. So I'm going to say words of affirmation, and not in the sense that I need you to tell me how great I am. I would love for you to just listen to me and give me sort of emotional support. That's what I need in my life. I need just like, let me talk through what's happening right now, and maybe it's the 16th time I've said it, and I'm sorry, but like, can you just take it in and help me out and be that sounding board, right?
I think the whole thing is pay attention to me.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah.
Snickers bar,
Yeah.
what I need in my life.
Yes,
right?
yes, pay attention to me. But I'm going to say a close runner-up is acts of service. And I didn't think I was that person, but the other day, Leo got the car cleaned, and once again, I was like, let me just take off this shirt. Thank you. Me too. I was so happy. I was so happy because it was something that I hadn't even verbalized, but in my mind, I'd been thinking about it forever. This car is disgusting. Yeah. I have to stop having people in this car. It's so gross.
Whereas I just want you to buy me the car. I'll clean it.
That's okay too. You can have that as well. So really interesting. There's one other thing I want to put out there, just because I know I submitted the picture, but it's a little bit of the seeing and being known. Within the first year of dating Leo, he took me to Paris. And I had so many of my male friends said to me, he is ruining everyone else's game. He needs to sit down and stop it. But what I liked about that was that I immediately understood that he was a man with a plan.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, he was a man with a plan. He knows who I am. He knows that I need to be with someone who can, like, take things and run with it. Yeah. And get things done, because that's who I am.
Yeah.
So that was it was the right move, Leo.
You were taking off more than your shirt for a trip to Paris.
Everything. Everything. All right, we're gonna heat things up a little bit, because I've got a gift for this very lovely, very loud audience. Something red hot, perhaps. Making your morning tea and instant oatmeal just got a little easier with the Hamilton Beach stainless steel electric kettle. The powerful rapid boil system provides fast heat in minutes. You're gonna have boiling water ready for everything from hot chocolate to instant soup. All of you are taking one home in metallic red! It is a thing of beauty. We got more Girls' Night In coming out after this. Stay with us! Coming up, a cinematic journey of love.
To think about the movies and rom-coms and romantic drama, I was just all in.
Show. I'm back with my girls, and it's time to step into the world of film. So, Teri, you're going to take us on a cinematic journey, and we're going to use the love language sort of as a base. So we kind of gave you an assignment. Take these 6 love languages and find the films. Oh, you're excited! Find the films to match the love language. Did you like this assignment?
Okay.
Did you enjoy this?
So I get assigned crazy fun things
Yeah.
to be on Cityline, and I always love them. This arguably has been my favorite one
like this
because to
one.
think about the movies and rom-coms and romantic drama, I was just all in, all in.
Hey.
So the first one, you want to start with gifts?
Let's start with gifts. This is for you, T.
Let's go. Pretty Woman.
Yes.
The shopping scene.
Yes.
The shopping scene.
Yes.
When Richard.
But what is that movie about?
But that doesn't matter. The
What is it
shopping
about?
scene. If you are a gifts
A
girly.
prostitute.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you are a gifts girly.
Hey, it's hard work.
Yes. Yeah, it is hard work. But if you are a gifts girly, that shopping scene is making your heart go
Yes,
pitter patter.
yes,
yes.
Richard Gere saying we are going to spend an obscene
yes.
amount of money. Julia Roberts being able to go back to the shop that did not pay any attention to her
That
and
excites me
saying,
right there,
big
looking at that.
mistake,
Yeah.
huge mistake.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is gifts.
Yeah, that's
it's all
good.
you need if you're a gifts girly. You are watching that scene with like a,
It was so good, poetic justice.
Yeah.
So you think it's a little bit bad because it shows you that it's like the affection for money type of thing?
Yeah, but I did get excited when I just saw that scene.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't lie.
Yeah, it's okay.
Again,
I liked it too.
respect the assignment. This is
Right.
not about does the movie still work, does it age well. This
Yeah.
is about the love language of gifts. That scene gets you where you need to go.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
the movie still works too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. Okay, second up.
Second up, words of affirmation.
Yes.
Moulin Rouge.
Okay, how?
Because Ewan McGregor is actually a writer, and he's writing the love story of he and Satine. He writes all the love songs for her.
Yes.
He sings the love
Okay.
songs for
I see
her.
where you're going, Teri.
And right?
Yes,
Right?
yes.
And I have a personal thing for Moulin Rouge because I actually fell in love with my husband watching that movie.
Oh, you did? Come on.
It's still, I
Oh
watched
my
it.
gosh.
Yeah, like we actually felt the feeling of love watching that
You guys
movie.
are all words of affirmation.
We are all
That's
words
beautiful.
of affirmation. Yeah, I love that
Was
movie.
that a date or was that?
Yeah, it was an afternoon date. We both played hooky and went to see, because I'm the person who plays hooky and goes to a movie. And
I respect that.
yeah, it was
A matinee too.
Yeah.
It's extra dirty.
extra dirty. And there was no.
There's just something about it, right?
Yeah, and there was nobody else in that movie theater.
That's right, you fell in love.
That's right, I fell in love.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
so
nice.
Moulin Rouge, if you haven't seen it, see it. It really is beautiful. It's a crazy, frenetic musical.
Yes.
But absolutely fantastic. And that Nicole Kidman performance, whoo!
Amazing.
Spectacular.
Okay, what's your next love language and next film?
Quality time,
Yes.
love and basketball, folks.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes.
Good one. All the
Right?
yes.
Good one.
All the yes.
We spend time with Monica and Quincy
Yeah.
from the time they're children through
Yes,
adulthood.
yes. Love
it. They know throughout the movie that they are each other's person. And when he says to her at the end, double or nothing, he is not talking about basketball. That is all I'm saying. He is talking about love.
That's right.
And I love this too. I want a sequel. Gina
Yeah.
Prince Bythewood, like get on that.
Yeah.
Where are
Right.
Monica and Quincy now?
Yes.
Where is that cute child we
Yeah.
see at the end?
Yes.
Let's get on that.
I want all the movies like that
I
because
know.
we're not really doing rom-coms anymore.
Don't get me started. This is a
Yeah,
genre
like
that
we
they
need
need.
that.
We need it. And we used to do rom-coms with actors who were kind of not exactly well known or the biggest stars in the world.
Yes.
And now they've kind of sidelined them. They've said people don't want to spend money to go to the movie theater to see that. Would you guys spend money to go to a rom-com?
Yes.
100%.
Yes, we would.
Me too.
Midday.
Me too. Midday.
That's
Midday
right.
matinee,
That's
baby.
not going to work. A little matinee.
Or you are going to work. Depending
Put it in.
Okay, your
Too much for daytime TV?
Never.
Physical touch.
Physical touch.
Guys,
what
you
are
know
we
I'm going
doing with
there.
This?
I think I know where you're going
Yeah.
with this
Do you
one.
know where she's going?
50 Shades of
Yeah,
Grey.
that was my guess. That was my guess. that was my guess.
Listen, this was the book at the time that 50 Shades of Grey was the biggest book in the world. I was traveling a ton, and all of a sudden, e-readers were much more popular than they used to be because nobody wanted anybody to see what they were reading.
Yes.
And you know, it launched the careers of Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson. It is changed the idea of a red room, changed the like. I mean, there was a lot going on in 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
But if physical touch is your jam, 50 Shades of Grey,
that'll deliver.
They will deliver.
I remember reading the first book because so many people were talking about it, and I'm in it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so badly written. Better read the next one.
Just to make sure. Just to make sure.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's still bad. Better read the third.
That's exactly what
Read them all.
Yeah.
Read them all in record time. I was like, I get it.
Leo?
Yeah.
Have you heard about
I get
50 Shades of Grey? Okay, acts of service.
Yeah.
Titanic, he gave her the door. Oh, he gave her the door.
That was a big act of service.
He drew her
Big.
like his French girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
He taught her how to spit. Okay, maybe we don't like that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Jack showed up for Rose when Rose needed it.
Big time.
And she had the whistle and he had nothing.
True.
I'm telling you. And I don't want to
He had
talk
nothing.
He had
Yeah.
nothing.
Right.
I mean, in retrospect, could they not both have fit?
They could have both fit on the
Couldn't
door.
they have fit
There was
on the
enough room for the
door?
both of those.
on.
It wouldn't have made us go back to see that movie time and time again.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
telling
That
you.
was a big act of service. Okay, we got one more.
Okay, one more. Oh,
Yeah.
Feeling Known.
Feeling known.
This is a
and
movie
seen.
that everybody should watch. It's called Rye Lane. It's
Okay.
relatively new, just out now.
Yeah.
It is about two people in London who are experiencing a breakup, and they both kind of try to pretend to be somebody they're not.
Okay.
But they see through each other, and they find each other, and they connect. And it's also, you say we're not making rom-coms anymore?
Yeah.
Here's a rom-com that was just made. Watch it right now.
I will.
Spectacular.
100%
Yeah, really,
I will.
really great.
Netflix,
Beautiful.
Pardon?
Netflix?
Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good to know. Lise, what about you? Is there a
Yeah.
film that showcases your love language?
Not a film, but I'm gonna say show, and that
Okay.
was This Is Us. Okay.
Oh, we got some fans.
Yes. Okay. Outside of the fact that it took days to recover after many shows on This Is Us, it's Jack. It's Jack for me. Jack was all about the acts of service for Rebecca, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, they were always looking out for each other, and I loved they were
Beautiful.
young love too.
T, do you have a film or a TV show that goes with gifts?
Not really, but I guess I'm going to have to go after seeing that scene from
Pretty Women?
Pretty Women. I guess
Yes.
I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that. Last year on the Bachelor series, there was a date, and one of the women got to shop in London. And usually I wouldn't be into that, but I was like, no, I like that.
Yeah.
Because at the end, even if you don't get a rose, you have a gown and jewelry.
Thank you.
I got something out of the
That's right.
experience, which
Yep.
is nice, a memento. Okay, now something else for our lovely audience. Indulge your loved one's senses with a perfect blend of sweetness and squishiness with scented Jelly Belly squishy toys. With a delightful fragrance and the irresistible charm of a Jelly Belly, it's a gift that combines playfulness with the aromatic allure of love. And all of you are taking home your own Jelly Belly squishy toys. Enjoy those squishies. More love languages after the break. Stay with us. Coming up, now when you say gifts of love, what exactly do you mean?
You know, you have things like massagers and all kinds of things like that. But
Where are we going? It's our Girls' Night In show, and Lisa is here with the perfect Valentine's Day gifts that speak to each love language. So you had to do some shopping.
I did.
And find a gift that matches each one. We're going to start with, which one are we going to start with? Which love language?
All right, a shout out to my girl Tracy P. We're gonna start with receiving gifts.
Let's
first.
talk about it.
Okay, so this Valentine's Day, I'm going to encourage everybody to, instead of going to the local drugstore and picking up maybe the stuffed animal or the box of chocolates off the shelf, maybe consider a gift that really inspires connection, maybe even something that is permanent. So what I have found
Tattoos? Are we getting tattoos?
We could, but
Yeah.
I have something even a little bit more special and sparkly.
Okay.
So this is what is known as permanent jewelry, and you can see the lineup of necklaces and bracelets right here. This is a new trending method that's available in jewelry design now, where you can fuse a bracelet to the wrist using welding technology. So we have a company here, female-owned, women of color operated. Novell is here. Yeah. And you can see right here on the couch what's happening with Teri's wrist is they are welding that jewelry to her wrist. Absolutely incredible. It's an experience as well. So you can actually find Novell with many of their pop-ups and go ahead and choose whichever style of bracelet you like. And again, it takes a couple of minutes to fuse and away you go. Now, in terms of removing that permanent bracelet, it's easy. You're not tied to it. You can actually just cut it off with a pair of scissors.
Okay, like so if that relationship ends,
You're done. Yeah. Now, with that said, this is 14 karat filled gold. Ooh. Now, you're getting incredible quality and durability behind this as well.
Yeah.
They also have solid options, but as you can see, it's claspless. And what I like about that is if you have dexterity issues, maybe you can't get a clasp together.
Oh my gosh, even putting on this watch every day.
Right?
Oh my gosh,
it's
hard.
A perfect solution.
Yeah.
And a really great experience for mothers and daughters to do, couples.
Besties.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
and what about cleaning it, like to clean it?
Just a simple microfiber cloth will clean it and you're good to go. It sparkles. It's
Good
beautiful.
stuff. Okay, next up, this is your love language,
Talk
right?
to me, baby. Talk to me.
What are we doing next? What's the gift?
It's acts of service.
Acts of service.
So, as I said, you can cook for me, you can clean for me, do all the things. For me, if you feed me, this is like,
love.
As you said, just like take it off, right? Now, online, we have a lot of meal services available, but you know, it's February and a lot of us have aligned to healthier goals, especially at the beginning of the new year.
Yeah.
What I have here is an incredible company, again, local here from Canada in Toronto. It's called Inspired Go. Now, these are salad kits. It's got everything that you need right there in the kit. You can just empty all the ingredients into the salad, which is all from Canadian greenhouses. They use local farms as well.
Good.
Do the Kardashian shake and you got lunch. That's super
nice.
easy.
Especially if you're gifting that to someone.
Exactly.
Right? If you know that, they want to get more vegetables into their system, I'm going to give them this gift and
100%. It's
they're
ready
good.
to go. And
I've cooked for them.
yes, exactly.
Okay, next we've got physical touch.
We have we have affirmation, words of affirmation here.
This is mine.
Yes.
Okay, what do we got?
Okay, so I'm going to blow you away, T. This is a book, but it's a video book. So, again, local company.
Yeah.
What you can do is you can now take all of the amazing photo and video that lives in your phone's graveyard, all of your precious memories. You go onto My Little Book. This is a Canadian company, and you upload up to 2 hours of photo and video. Imagine giving this to somebody that you adore, you love, and they can go and look back at something like an album with all of these incredible digital files. And you can reload over and over again. So it's not ever anything that...
So hold on a second. This is... Oh, sorry, I turned it up. I was trying to turn it down. So you put any of the videos that you have on your camera and upload it to
on your phone. You go to the website.
Yeah, on your phone.
You upload all of your files to the website, and then they do the rest.
So it can be video or stills.
Correct.
That's cool.
It's a story. And
I love that because so much of our stuff lives on our phone. Now it can live there and people can look at it.
Absolutely.
You can even just look at pictures of yourself.
Give yourself a book.
Yeah, just selfies.
Listen,
it's like, oh, I love that one. Next.
I gotta say, I found some video of my son from his baby years the other day. And I'm telling you, if there's a way that I could put it into a book and just constantly look at it instead of having to scroll through the phone or worry that it's living.
Yes.
And it's a great decor piece, right? You have
beautiful
this in the home.
gift.
Yeah.
Okay, next up.
Okay, so next is physical touch. So with technology, you know, you have things like massagers and all kinds of things like that. But
where are we going?
But I wanted to challenge myself to think outside of the box.
Yeah.
And if you are in a long distance relationship, I have the perfect solution. So this is the Bond Touch bracelet. Now, T, what this is I give you a bracelet. I give myself a bracelet. I connect this through an app, so I set up both of our profiles. We're working this off of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And all I have to do is tap this bracelet, and you're gonna get the notification that I'm thinking of you, that I love you. And you know what, T, if it was me and you, listen, I'm tapping this thing the whole time. It's just like all day long, I'm tapping.
So you feel the vibration.
Yes,
you feel someone thinking about you in that moment.
Absolutely, yes.
That's sweet.
It is sweet. And you can customize it with your own colors and your own code. So like 1, 2, 3 is I love you. 1, 2, 3, 4 is like I really love you.
Oh, wow.
You know, so yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is you didn't take the meat out of the freezer.
Exactly.
Take it out now. It's not too late. Okay, lastly.
Last one, and real
have?
quick, is quality time. So online, you're going to find things like the Adventure Challenge for couples. And this is great because they're sort of like these preloaded books where you can scratch off these challenges. So this one sends you to the park to ride a bike. Cute. You can document in a scrapbook format what that's like, along with taking pictures. But T, what I am going to suggest is that you and your partner get together and you think of your own adventure challenges, things that mean something to you. And listen, you can take the phone or the camera with you or not. Sometimes quality time is about unplugging and forgetting the need to document everything in that moment.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. Talking about all of these gifts, we should give something to someone in the audience. I feel like it's time to gift you now. The Bond Touch gift set includes 2 Bond Touch bracelets and a Bond Touch heart valued at $320, and 1 lucky audience member is going to take it home. We will draw for that, okay? Which is amazing. If you want any of these items, we're going to give you an opportunity to shop the show. What you do is you go to the QR code on the screen right now, take your phone out, and we will lead you right to these items, and you can buy them yourself. We'll be right back with lots more Girls Night In. Stay with us, everybody. Coming up, getting real with your best friends.
So my friendships are my life. I love my husband, I love my family, but I've said many, many, many times that my girlfriends lift me up.
Slap me with it. Welcome back. You know, more and more our female friendships are taking up space in our lives, and rightly so. It's so important to be supportive. It's so important to have these close connections. They say if you have close connections, you're going to live longer. Like, you want these social relationships. But what about being honest and truthful? So we want to talk about that. Like, how honest can you be with your BFFs or your close girlfriends, especially if they're doing something that maybe you disagree with or maybe can be considered morally wrong? I'm going to start with you, Ter. Have you been in situations where you had to be like brutally honest with a girlfriend and be their moral compass?
So my friendships are my life. I love my husband, I love my family, but I've said many, many, many times that my girlfriends lift me up. And I have friendships from when my oldest friend, Shona, I've known since we were 2 years old. And I still make friends today. I don't have a problem. You know how people say it's hard to make friends when you're older? I have no problem. I love making friends. So my whole thing in those situations is I like to ask the question, are you looking for a solution here, or are you just venting? Are you just telling me something? Or are you looking to actually work something out? Because there is nothing worse than when you're in a conversation with a friend and you're just like talking about something. It's like, I don't always need their opinion.
Right.
And they don't always need my opinion, frankly. Now, if they're doing something, if their behavior is not something that is their best look, I will say that. I'll be like, I'm not so sure that's your best look. I'm not so sure this is gonna feel good next week, next month, next year. And all I care about is that my friends feel good about their choices and who they are. So if I have to nudge them, and it's not my life. The point of being in a friendship is also to not judge. For me, anyway. I don't want to be judged by my friends, right? So maybe they're doing something that wouldn't be in my kind of framework, but if it's in theirs and I still love them, then that's being a friend, right? Support and love. That's, you know.
I agree. I don't know. I tend to think that that's their life.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're making mistakes. But if you want my advice, I'll be honest with you. But if you're going to make a mistake, I think that it's your life to sort of mess up. It's your life to learn, right?
Yes.
And their mess up might not be your mess up, and your mess up might not be their mess up, right? So it's so kind of fraught with judgment.
Yeah.
And that's why I think asking the question of, do you want to hear my opinion here, or do you just want to tell me this story?
Totally.
Because I am in either way.
Yeah.
But tell me the story.
I want to hear it. I want to hear the story.
Tell me the story.
Lisa, how about you with your female friendships? Like, any tips on how to maintain them, or have you had to play that role of, ooh, I don't know, man, you should make a sharp left because the way you're going now is not good?
I think we can all agree that our female friendships probably evolve all the time. It depends on what chapter you're in, what's happening in your life. But I agree with you, Tara. Like, especially for me now, coming off of the last several years, I think it's really important to approach people with empathy and grace.
Yes.
And in my female friendships, listen, I have friends that are moms, I have friends that are not moms, entrepreneurs, all kinds of friends. But at the end of the day, I really want to make sure that they feel supported. Exactly what you said. Yeah.
Have you ever had a situation where you tried to support a friend and it didn't work out? They took it the wrong way?
I have not had that experience.
You've had that? Oh, yeah. Okay.
But I have been that friend where I took it the wrong way.
Okay. So someone tried to support you and you're like, I'm not trying to hear that?
Right. And it all depended on where I was in my mental state. So coming out of that, I recognize that growth and evolving in a friendship is important, but communication first and foremost.
But also, well, you have to ask the question, right?
Yes.
Do you want my opinion, or do you want to tell me about yourself? Right. It's a very different dynamic, right? And I think it's super important.
Wrong. It could go very badly.
Yes.
And you have to ask yourself too, do I have the mental bandwidth for this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Because sometimes I'm like, okay, if I bring this up, it can go down a bad road, and do I have the energy for it? So how important is this friendship to me? Is this a casual friendship? Because sometimes we've all been there where we get into an argument with somebody and it doesn't go well, and you're like, I would just wish I didn't say anything. Do you know what I mean?
With that person.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's almost like the tighter the friendship, the more you're willing to go to places where it might go wrong because the friendship is worth it.
Yes.
But I agree with that 100%. Can you go all the way, and what if things go terribly wrong? Trace, what about you? Like, what happens when you... have you been in a situation, you said you've been in the situation that Lisa has not been in. She's been on the receiving end, so you've been giving the advice?
Yeah, that's why I've learned my lesson.
I don't want... They didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, they don't want to hear it, and you know me, I'm pretty blunt.
Yeah.
So if you're coming and asking for my advice, you have to be prepared that I'm going to give you straight.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, I'm not going to probably say anything.
So how do you feel if you give advice and they don't take it? Because that's the next step.
I've been in that situation.
You've been in that situation.
I've been in that situation. So I had a girlfriend who was with somebody who was actually trying to check for one of our other friends in our crew. And so eventually she, found out this information, and she was like, I was like, oh, you got to get out of this. Like, this guy's trying to check for everybody in the crew. And she said, at this moment in time, I want to stay in that relationship. And I understand, I know it doesn't look good. And I know that this is like, he's not coming correct, but I actually need this companionship right now. And so this is what I need. And I said, then you go for it.
Yeah. Right.
You I'm your friend. I'm not like, so we've discussed it. We've did our due diligence. You know what's going on. You know who he is. And that's who you want to be your partner. And that's fine. Yeah. You stay with him.
But me and you have both discussed this too. Like, we only have a certain amount of time that we can listen to the same thing over and over and over
You're better.
again.
You're better than me.
I'm better than you.
You're better than me.
I know you get to a point where you're like, oh, I gotta get out of this. I can't listen to this for the 18th time.
Yeah, because I told you already what to do.
Yeah.
I told you once. I told you twice. I told you 3 times. I told you 4 times. I can't anymore.
I am checking myself about how many times I've told you the same story.
No, you're fine. You're fine because you listen. All right, we're going to be right back with more Girls' Night. We're coming back.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Welcome back to our Girls' Night In. So we've been talking about about love languages all throughout the show today. And if receiving gifts is yours, this segment is for you. Tracy Peart is here with gifts that you would love to receive, and this is your love language. This is why you're doing this segment.
Well, remember, I don't like giving gifts, really.
Right.
I like receiving them, but let's pretend right now.
Let's pretend. Oh, so you're going to give some gifts today.
I'm going to give some gifts to all of you today.
Okay, so what do you got? What do you got? Who's up first?
So the first one is for you.
Yay!
I know how practical you are. We're both Earth signs, so she's a Capricorn, I'm a Taurus. We're very... Yes.
Did you give me a mortgage payment?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But I did think practical because I wanted to go with something that I know you will use.
RESPs?
No.
A GIC.
I know that is our language, though, right? Okay, so I know that you use these all the time backstage. I see you using them in the makeup room, and these are press-on nails.
Yes.
They're always doing close-ups of your hands. You have to make sure your manicure is on point. So I went with the Kiss Dream Dust collection over here for you, okay?
Lovely.
So it gives a nice shimmery, crushed glitter effect that like it instantly elevates your manicure with the hottest like chrome and glazed finishes, and it really gives you that sleek, modern, trendy look. Now, I know you like pastels.
Yeah, I do.
Right?
I
You really
love
like
them.
a pastel. And these ones that have a lot of pastels, but they have a little bit of a twist because they have a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glitter to it to give you a little bit of oomph.
A little sparkle.
A little sparkle. And I know they have colors like Diamond Life that I think you will like. It's like it's a blue. It's like a pastel blue. And they also have Fancy That. And I'm wearing ones called Champagnes.
Champagne.
So it has a little glitter to it.
You just have to leave your hands like that for a second so you can see how that champagne looks on your fingers.
Yes.
Very pretty.
It's really pretty.
Oh, that's nice.
So what I know that you and I both love about it is that they are so easy to apply and they're ready to wear in just minutes.
Yes.
And they can give you up to 7 days of wear, right?
Oh, yeah.
But we have a producer, April, here who can get up to 14 days.
Yes.
14 days,
I do 14 days too. I do 2 weeks at a time.
She can do 21 days.
You win.
21 days.
21. I can do 2 weeks and then it's like they're coming off, they're flying off at the gym, they're like all over the place.
But they can last. They can last. So there you go. You got salon-worthy nails right at home, or in this case, right in the studio. So that's for you.
So can I take them?
You can take them. Yes.
Little ombre.
Okay. Lovely, classy, natural. I love it. So the next person is Teri. Woo! Okay. So I went with the Ariana Grande's Cloud Pink perfume, okay? Now you're wondering, why would she go with the perfume, right? Because I saw the words that they used to describe this perfume, and I thought of you.
Are you gonna make me cry?
Okay, well, maybe. So the words were optimistic, confident, uplifting, and empowering.
Yes.
So I thought of you.
That's
so I thought of you, and I thought that described Teri. And even on those days that you don't feel like that, I want you to give yourself a spritz and a twirl, and then you can just
a high pony,
and a high pony, and a red lip, right? And you can kind of channel those words, even if you're not feeling it. So what I love about this fragrance too is it's fruity and it's floral, and it has notes of rich berries, pink pineapple, as well as dragon fruit, and a hint and a touch of sweetened praline.
Oh.
So it's really, really nice. And you get this at Shoppers
That's
Drug Mart.
delicious.
I don't want to eat that.
I know, right? And you can see what it smells like.
praline.
You can see what it smells like.
Yes.
Very good.
So very nice.
I never know how to get these.
Okay, next up.
Next is our friend Lisa.
Gimme.
She was acts of service, right? Okay, so she is our tech girl, and so I wanted to make sure I gave her a beauty product that was like tech related, right? Like a gadget, right?
Yeah.
So I went with the Beauty Bar's 24 karat golden pulse facial massager. So it's a nice little, basically an electric face massager. So it has 24 karat gold surface.
You fancy.
So I know, so you can feel a little bougie, feel bougie when she's doing it.
And it's
right?
pretty.
And it's pretty. And so really what it does is it stimulates blood to the skin. So that's really going to it's really healthy for the skin, as well as it's going to help restore the skin's firmness and elasticity.
Love it.
So that's really good. And also it just feels good.
Yeah.
It feels
Especially
really,
if you cool it down, right?
Yeah,
Put it in the fridge.
and it just feels really, really good. You can turn it on, you just switch it like this, and you can feel it vibrates.
Ooh.
So it just feels really nice.
Yeah.
And it's waterproof. It's waterproof, so you can use it in the bath as well as a sauna. So
Love it.
Yeah,
Cute.
that's really fantastic. And you all know what mine is, gifts of, like my love language is gifts, so I had to give myself one.
Oh, you got another one. Yes. What does Tracy get for Tracy?
Okay, I couldn't be left out.
Right.
So we all love Body Shop, right?
Yes.
So I love Body Shop, and my favorite smell from there is the strawberry smell.
Yeah.
So I went with the sweetest strawberry heart gift box here. So inside of it, they have their iconic strawberry body butter, their iconic strawberry hand lotion, as well as their lip butter. And honestly, Tracy, when I just, I love fruity scents. When I put it on, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
And that's what all of this gift giving and all these love languages is about, making you happy. So whether you are doing your beautiful manicure, or you are spritzing and twirling, or you are indulging, I just want you guys all to just like be happy and smile and think of me.
We will. Oh, putting these on this weekend, as a matter of fact. Thank you, T. Amazing gifts. And I want to mention, we're all in our pajamas. We're all looking cute and cozy. So that's a big thank you to our friends at NYX. They outfitted all of us today. NYX is, of course, a Canadian woman-owned company that has changed the game for undergarments and apparel. And NYX wants all of you to gift yourself this Valentine's Day with a $50 gift card. So buy yourself some NYX. Enjoy that. But we have a huge surprise for our audience. Next, stay with us. Let's go to Pink. Time today. I want to give a big thank you to IKEA for this beautiful set that we're on right now. It's very full of love, and Natasha Balloons for the gorgeous decor. It has been a great girls' night in special, but hold on a second, we're not done yet. I think we have one more surprise for our studio audience. Okay, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but how about a pair of tickets for you all to fly Flair Airlines? Okay. Still, tell us what they've won.
You're all boarding Flair Airlines, Canada's most reliable low-fare airline that empowers all Canadians to go further for less. Cross-traveling more and spending less off your 2024 bucket list. Tracy, everyone is getting round-trip tickets for two to anywhere Flair flies. That includes over 36 cities across Canada, the U.S., Mexico, and the Caribbean. Travel more in 2024 for less with Flair.